video. EmberBurnsBlack here, and this is not my live kitchen. This is actually a huge apology. I did go live yesterday. I continued working out of this book, the D&D cookbook, Heroes Feast, and we had a game last night. And the last thing I said on my video, one of the last things I said was, I looked over everything and I said, now that everything's done, guests should be arriving. And I looked at my phone and I said 10 minutes ago. And with that, the DM went flying out the door. And to discover that the guests were here, where we live in a highly populated area, they were trying to figure out where to park in the snow. So in the shuffle of me trying to clean up from cooking, trying to make this whole area presentable so we could serve food at it, I was still working on finalizing the video and somehow accidentally deleted the entire live stream. So I apologize. The iron rations that I made, rations, were it was very easy to serve. Put a lot into it, and I wasn't very pleased with how it turned out. The mushroom tea, on the other hand, I will be making again eventually. There is no mushroom tea left. So, like I said, I'll bake that again. I'm not going to be making the iron rations again. There are leftovers. The mushroom tea vanished. There's a lot of cellophane on this, but as you can see, that's how it turned out. And as I said, I apologize profusely because this is something that I've never done before, delete an entire upload, especially a live stream, after putting an hour and a half into it. And what's even more heartbreaking is that is the kind of video yesterday that I should have been making my entire YouTube run. It actually showed my life and how my life should have been for the past few years. It was lighthearted. My family was awesome, which usually, well, not usually, but my kids pop around, and usually I'm happy to have my kids, and I absolutely love my kids. But for once, while I was filming, I realized that I'm finally being treated how I deserve to be treated, which is mind-blowingly amazing. So, I am going to go through this. And again, I apologize profusely. Here is the picture of how it should look. And the photography in this book is absolutely amazing. Iron rations. You won't last long anywhere in the multiverse without a few basic things. A trusty sword, a full water skin, and some iron rations. Sometimes referred to as journey food, this staple provides essential nourishment for adventurers of all sorts. From the trail-tested travelers of the Annal Sin to the dungeon-delving explorers of the Flannies. See, he was here with me and he pronounced it for me. While ingredients frequently vary depending on region, these rations tend to be lightweight, protein-packed, and preserved to last days or even weeks on the road, featuring ingredients such as cured meats, dried fruits, nuts, and cheeses with biscuits, crackers, or hardtacks. Godspeed and good eating, fair adventurer. And then as a cook's note, it says, if combining in a container or bag, use dried beef or turkey jerky instead of salami to prevent the mix from becoming too moist due to the fat content of the meats. The ingredients: 1 1/4 pounds of semi-firm or firm cheese such as Manchego, Asiago, Gruyere, um, Gouda, Monterey Jack, or cheddar cut into bite-sized pieces. I used cheddar. 10 ounces hard salami, cured sausage such as chorizo, calabrese, pepperoni, or beef or turkey jerky cut into bite-sized pieces. I used pepperoni size salami. Dried 12 pitted dates, dried figs, or dried apricots. I used 12 dates. 1 cup roasted nuts such as almonds, pecans, cashews, pistachios, or a mixture. I used cashews. 4 handfuls of wheat crackers. I used chicken crackers because Triscuit is pretty much like the go-to wheat, and to me, you might as well eat a wicker chair. And 4 whole pieces of fresh fruit, such as apples, pears, bananas, oranges, or 4 bunches of grapes. I used bananas. If dining in, divide the cheese, salami, dried fruit, nuts, crackers, and fresh fruit among 4 plates and serve. Alternately, if you're eating on the trail, combine all the ingredients in a large container or bag, or divide evenly among 4 individual containers to take with you. I mean, this was a good meal. I've never had salami with banana and nuts before, and the flavors mingled, and it tasted really good. I wasn't a fan of the dates, and we were throwing a date around the kitchen and laughing our butts off, and it was amazing, and it felt right. Another update, this book has officially been given to me. My friend bought his own copy and liked what I was doing so much with the channel. He told me happy early birthday, so I have my own copy now. But just good, because he got the newer copy, and I've kind of used this a little bit. So, on to the mushroom tea. And again, I'm probably going to make this again down the line. It was good, but it's not so good that I need it tomorrow or in 2 weeks. Mushroom tea. When the hearth fire dims in the underdark, the drow are known to reach for their kettles, not to make any herbal tea, but instead an after-dinner broth of shimmering mushrooms. If they can't find them, the drow prefer maitake, though shiitake or maitake will do in a pinch. They place the sliced mushrooms into a clear broth seasoned with dried kelp, sometimes with a splash of fish stock or soy sauce and alcohol, and heat in a tea kettle. From this, they pour small cups of the fragrant tea slowly until the mushrooms cook to perfection, at which point they are eaten with a fine skewer. Cook's note. Sometimes packages of kombu are labeled as dashi kombu, dashi being the traditional Japanese broth of which kombu is the main component. Serve this savory tea in mugs for sipping along with spoons for eating the mushrooms and scallions. Well, I could not find kombu, so here's what I ended up doing. It says 2 5 to 6 inch long and 3 inch wide strips of kombu, lightly wiped with a damp cloth. I used sushi wrap because that's what I could find. 4.5 cups water, 2 ounces of fresh shiitake mushrooms with stem removed and caps very thinly sliced, which I did. 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 3/4 a tablespoon kosher salt to taste, 2 tablespoons sake. Well, in my area, I was unable to find sake, so I did some Googling, and sherry worked, and it turned out really good. And then 2 scallions, white and light green parts, thinly sliced for garnish. I used that too. In a saucepan, submerge the kombu in the water and let rest until softened, about 30 minutes. Set the pan over medium heat and bring to a water to simmer for 10 to 12 minutes. I soaked the dried kelp. Like I said, I had sushi wrap. And then I put it over the medium heat for 10 to 12 minutes, and it disintegrated in the water. We actually had to use a wire strainer to get it out of the water. And it worked, but it was a pain. I actually had to take one of those pot covers with the metal mesh and use that as a sifter and pour it into another pot and keep it boiling from there. Remove the kombu and discard. Adjust the heat to medium-high and bring the liquid to a boil for about 3 minutes. Stir in the shiitakes, soy sauce, and salt. Cook, stirring occasionally until shiitakes are tender, 1 to 2 minutes. Stir in the sake. Taste and adjust the seasoning with additional salt if necessary. Serve, sprinkling a portion of scallions over each serving. This turned out really good. It was nowhere near as good as the tea from the last video. But the shiitakes were a nice little add-on, and it was more like a soup than a tea. But by the time all this happened, it was like the shiitakes were kind of flavorless. And like I said, I'd make it again, but I'd make the last tea in a heartbeat. So I am sorry, guys. I don't have the finances or the patience to redo the entire video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you like what I do, you can definitely support my videos so that I can bring you better ones, and hopefully I never have to do this apology again. My PayPal and Cashapp are both listed in the description. And also there's multiple ways of contacting me. Some of them I have to update. I know I have a Snapchat listed, and I could not log into that Snapchat, and my last Snapchat that I made got hacked. So I'm on my 3rd Snapchat, guys. Anyway, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. And oh, one more thing. I am planning another live stream in next game night, whenever that should be. I will definitely let you know. However, before we game, I have errands to run. That being said, I will not be making something out of this book, and I will definitely let you in on what I am making instead, because it's fun to see what I make to entertain people rather than just my family. Anyway, again, I love you guys, and I will see you when I see you.